Welcome back to another National Real Estate Exam Prep. And today we're going to talk about forms of ownership. More specifically, we're going to go over 5 questions with their explanations as to why they are the answer. Which of these terms refers to sole ownership by one person? Severalty. Severalty ownership refers to sole ownership by one individual separate from any other parties. In contrast, tenancy in common and tenancy by the entirety involved share ownership among multiple individuals. Community property, governed by state laws, designates personal or real property as jointly owned by spouses. In a limited partnership, each limited partner is liable for no more than their investment. In a limited partnership, each limited partner's liability is restricted to the amount of their investment, protecting them from additional financial losses. There is no cap on the number of investors who can participate. However, limited partners are not legally allowed to take part in the management or daily operations of the business. Two women own a property together. One dies, and the other now owns the property with the co-owner's heirs. The two women own the property as tenants in common. Under tenancy in common, when a co-tenant passes away, their undivided interest is transferred according to will, or if they die intestate, distributed to their heirs based on state laws of descent. In contrast, joint tenancy includes the right of survivorship, meaning if one owner dies, the surviving owner automatically inherits full ownership and severalty. If the property were owned by a corporation and the owner's death would not affect title as the corporation would retain ownership. Additionally, tenancy by the entirety is exclusive to married couples. And since this scenario does not indicate marriage, this form of ownership would not apply. An owner conveys life estate to her grandson and stipulates that on her death, the estate will pass to her son-in-law. The son-in-law has a remainder interest. Upon the owner's death, the life estate granted to her grandson terminates and ownership transfers to the holder of the remainder interest, the son-in-law, who will then own the property in fee simple absolute. An estate for years is a type of leasehold estate with a fixed duration. A legal life estate, on the other hand, is a freehold estate established by law or specific provisions. An owner purchased an interest in a house in a resort beach community. The owner is entitled to the right of possession only between July 10th and August 4th of each year. Which type of ownership most likely has been purchased? A timeshare. The owner has a timeshare interest, which grants them the right to the property for a designated period each year, according to a predetermined schedule. In contrast, condominium and cooperative owners have possession rights that remain in effect until they transfer ownership. In a trust arrangement, an individual does not directly own the property. Instead, the trust holds legal title to the real estate. All right, this was 5 questions with their explanations as to why they are the answer. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe because we drop a new video every week to help you pass your national real estate exam.